studio. He is here to give some free legal advice if you need his help. 436-1212 is the number to call. And Charlie, good to have you back here today.
Good to be here.
You know, just a few minutes ago we were talking about this young kid from California who rigged a student election. A lot of people saying that this punishment, 1 year in federal prison, too harsh. But these were some pretty heavy charges against him as far as unauthorized use of a computer. It doesn't sound serious necessarily, but you say it is.
Well, the IDs is the real serious problem with that. I mean, if you steal somebody's identification, that has all sorts of things that happen. I mean, we have that happen a lot here. IDs are stolen either for financial reasons. For some people, illegally in the country, they're stolen. And so there's a lot of activity in federal court for people that steal someone's ID. If you stole 70 IDs, which I think is what you described, in federal court we have guidelines that control what you're supposed to get. Now, the judge can give you whatever the judge wants to give you. However, there's guidelines that kind of control that. And I assume that that was a sentence within the guidelines. So while it may sound harsh, you would probably get that same sentence in almost every district that you would have a federal court, which would be all over the nation.
And once you have this kind of a conviction, I mean, is it a felony? Can you get a federal felony? Does that work?
That is a federal felony.
Okay, and so then this goes on your record, kind of impeding any type of job efforts.
Oh yes, it'd be a crime of dishonesty too, taking other people's IDs. It's a serious.
It's a longer sentence than almost a year for him. This is something he's going to deal with for the rest of his life.
Well, yeah, anytime you have a felony, I mean, it will affect you for the rest of your life. Now, you can get it expunged, as we've had a bunch of calls on there that say it doesn't count on your record, but still, in today's society with the internet, you can usually find it anyway.
Okay, thanks, Charlie. We have a call on the line. We're going to go ahead and get to that this morning. Hi there, what's your question?
Yes, I was wondering about if a person can get disability from having an operation, nothing to do with work.
Well, I mean, most people have Social Security if you're working, so if you don't have any disability that an operation would have anything to do with work, then you could file for Social Security for disability. And they have some hearings for that and a way to get that. And there's attorneys that kind of specialize in that. But yes, if you're not able to work, the United States usually provides some way for you to have some income. We don't want people starving to death that are walking the streets, especially if they've got something physically wrong with them that prevents them from working. So there's Social Security disability, and most people can get on it either from their parents or from themselves if they've worked prior to that disability.
So there are attorneys out there who specifically focus on that then.
That's correct.
And in that situation, is a company required to be able to pay you anything if it doesn't have to do with work, or is that something, like you said, Social Security completely separate?
Well, I mean, a work disability would come from getting hurt at work. It'd have to be work-related because the work would be paying for that, and we have insurance for that. But if it's not work-related, it would have to come from some other source, and usually that would be Social Security in this country.
Okay, great question. We appreciate it. All right, Charlie, good to see you here today. We appreciate it. We'll see you back here next week. Have a good week.
Okay, thanks.